You have to keep the thank you.
I see.
So I
I'm
hope
just
you,
throwing that-
like,
ad lib that.
I hope the church is stepping up to show. So
Just
that
had
they
to
can
make it bigger.
discover
It was
some of
all
those
on like a
things.
page and a half. I had
Even
to
if
make it
it's
bigger
like,
so I could see.
at some point replacing hymnals or, you know, things like that.
That's it. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, yeah, appreciate it. Yes.
You don't get anything today?
I don't.
You don't get
I'm a
anything
non,
today.
I'm a non-participant.
Like, before I could bring.
Well, you know,
EMT did not
Yeah.
play.
Everybody get two?
Here, there's a picture.
Got more people for last
Oh,
time.
nice.
This time.
Wow.
Thanks for.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Good problem.
Something.
It's a very good problem.
I took a tour of one in I went to Hawaii. So I called your aircraft section, hey, this is the kind of
That's
helicopter I'm gonna be in. He said, oh, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
He said, if it goes down, he said, you can land. So that's all I need to know. If anything goes wrong.
It's got, it's fast. It's got, perfect down by the ground. I mean, he does fly. He said
He's
that's
got
a-
it, he got it.
Anthony
Andy
showed
sent
me.
it
It's
also.
I just scanned and sent it to
It's
us.
impressive.
No,
It's
all
a-
heard.
Krista Bessie's like,
Did it say
they would
where
have
he
this
lives?
program when I worked in the Miami division of
It'd just be normal
DEA.
straight.
They call it
Thanks,
OPFAS. So you would do
Andy.
a tour in the Bahamas, and you'd be looking for go fast boats. So as it played out, the guys that would do it would be like, oh yeah, it was great. But the problem was all you could see was ocean. And you just realize when you're up there looking, there's sharks everywhere, and you think to yourself, if this ever, like, what am I gonna do? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
a lot of water to swim through, and then you're dealing with that.
Yeah. Buddy of mine was kayaking. He sent me a picture a couple miles away from him with bull sharks.
everybody here?
the other day. Panama City.
Different events here.
All right, it is 10:03 on Monday, June 15th. We're at Plainfield, and we will now go into open session. The minutes from the April 27th meeting. I believe everybody has signed their claim and travel vouchers, correct? Okay. Next item on the agenda. Originally, we had a guest, correct, Superintendent?
That is correct, sir. Unfortunately, he's not gonna be able to make it today, but we will get him rescheduled for an upcoming, board meeting.
Okay, that was Felix Rosenquist, our Indy 500 winner. Can't make it
Yes,
today,
sir.
unfortunately. So next item on the agenda are personnel changes.
Yes, sir. Good morning again, and thank you for the opportunity here. So we'll be making the following requests for personnel changes, and if they're approved, they'll be effective June 21st, which is this upcoming Sunday. So from the Enforcement Bureau, we're requesting that Sergeant Dave Meyer, Field Operations Area 4, Versailles, District Number 42, is promoted to the rank of First Sergeant Permanent to serve as the Assistant District Commander. Sergeant Ted A. Bonner, Field Operations Area 2, Bremen, District Number 24, is transferred to the Toll Road, District Number 21, and reassigned to serve as a Public Information Officer Permanent. Sergeant Seth J. Rainey, Support Services Bureau, Employment Services and Recruiting, is transferred to the Enforcement Bureau, Field Operations, Evansville, District Number 35, and reassigned to serve as the Public Information Officer Permanent. Sergeant Jason C. Miller, Field Operations, Area 5, Indianapolis, District Number 52, is transferred to the Special Operations Division and reassigned as an Unmanned Aerial Systems Coordinator, Permanent. Senior Trooper Eric J. Powers, Field Operations, Area 4, Sellersburg, District Number 45, is transferred to the Special Operations Division, SWAT Team, to serve as a SWAT Team member, Permanent. Trooper Devin K. Farmer, Field Operations Area 1, Lafayette, District Number 14, is transferred to the Special Operations Division SWAT Team to serve as SWAT Team member, Permanent. In the Investigations Bureau, Master Trooper Patrick O'Keefe, Investigations Division, District Investigations North Zone, Toll Road, District Number 21, is promoted to the rank of Sergeant, Permanent, and transferred to the Bremen, District Number 24, to serve as an investigative squad leader. Master Trooper Wendell D. Beachy, Investigations Division, District Investigations North Zone, Peru, District Number 16, is promoted to the rank of Sergeant Permanent to serve as an investigative squad leader. Master Trooper Joseph A. May, Investigations Division, District Investigations South Zone, Versailles, District Number 42, is transferred to the Drug Investigations Section, Area 4, to serve as a Uniform Interdiction Officer, Permanent. Senior Trooper Michael S. Wright, Enforcement Bureau, Field Operations, Area 5, in Indianapolis, District Number 52, is transferred to the Investigations Bureau, Investigations Division, Drug Investigations Section, Area 5, to serve as a Vehicle Crimes Unit Detective, Permanent. And then lastly, from the Support Services Bureau, Senior Trooper Matthew W. Helmbert, Enforcement Bureau, Field Operations, Area 5, Indianapolis, District Number 52, is promoted to the rank of Sergeant, Permanent, and transferred to the Support Services Bureau, Training Division, to serve as a Defensive Tactics Training Officer.
Thank you. Any observations, comments, or questions from any of the board members relative to the proposed personnel changes?
I would just ask, since you have, you're going to be promoting one as the public information officer up at the toll road, what has occurred that leads you to believe that that is necessary or beneficial?
So a couple things. Obviously, I think it shows the district that we treat that district just like we do every other district, because every other district has a PIO. It also is going to give them the opportunity to showcase what the toll road district does on a day-to-day basis. They do a lot of interdiction stuff. They perform a lot of details up there that people don't know about. And so this is going to give them the opportunity to tout that. Also, it's going to play a big role in recruiting for the toll road in that area up there. So we just really thought it was a positive addition to the toll road district. And as we want to continue to make that a destination post, we thought this was the right time to do that.
Okay, thank you.
And Mr. Graves, for you Southerners, we do get a lot of snow and ice up there, and a lot of people like to
Snow and ice,
know what's
what's that?
going on up at the toll road. So I think that was a great idea, Superintendent,
Thank you.
for the toll road, because there is a lot going on in addition to just the weather
Yeah.
up there. So I think that'll be very helpful.
Yeah.
And I noticed we've got quite a few personnel changes. Is a lot of this due to retirements or?
Some of it's due to retirement, some of it's still the trickle down of some of the other moves we've made in previous months. So
Okay.
it takes time for some of that to work through. But
Okay. Good. Anyone else have any questions, observations? No? Okay, is there a motion to approve the proposed personnel changes presented by the superintendent?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor of approving the personnel changes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Is there any opposition? There being none, personnel changes have been unanimously approved. I guess just for general information and maybe Colonel Relaford, you could just bring this up since we were talking about promotions. Could you just give us and anyone else that may be listening a breakdown as to, on the evaluation scale, how our evaluation is broken down relative to the promotional process?
Yes, sir. Starting in June of this year, we updated our percentages and how we score the different components of the promotion process. Prior to this month, 40% was your oral interview and 40% was your written exam. And then the other numbers followed with your seniority, education, military. Now it's been updated to where your written exam is 25%, your oral interview is 50%, your education combined with your military service is 10%. Your longevity or seniority is 10%. And we added the component of your resume, which is now 5%. With the resume, that gives an opportunity for our employees, our troopers, to basically be able to talk about themselves and their experiences between their knowledge, skills, and abilities, and obviously their skills as a trooper or even before they came on our department. For our interviews, they're very structured, and the chairperson picks those questions, and it may not be a question that simply says, "Tell me about yourself." And so the troopers may not have an opportunity to talk about what they've done and how they prepared and why they deserve and earning the position that they're applying for. And so the resume portion allows them to, one, create and make a resume, but two, also give an oral presentation about, you get a up to 5-minute presentation to talk about their experiences of what they've done. And it's scored by the committee, just like the interview questions, but it gives them an opportunity to bear to show why they are deserving of the position.
So with this new change, I guess that gives everybody a little better perspective of how to prepare and what to focus on.
Yes, sir. We put out a lot of training and material to help them prepare. And frankly, the resume is a good, we've had feedback from the chairperson, it's just a good icebreaker that relaxes the troopers because they do the resume portion before they go into the structured oral interview. And when I say structured oral interview, everyone gets the same number of questions and they get asked the questions or no talking back and forth. And so the resume allows them to relax and, talk in front of the committee before they get into the structured interview questions.
So obviously, the interview process does take a little practice and a lot of thought as well, correct?
It does. In the area where everyone's on their phones and texting more than they talk, we want to make sure our troopers know how to communicate, one, about themselves and where to talk to the public.
Great. I just thought that would be a good idea to let everybody know how you all are focusing and what they need to focus on and practice on and become a little more skilled in possibly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Any other observations by any board members relative to this?
No, thanks for explaining the resume portion because I just thought it was something they handed in. I didn't realize there was a 5-minute presentation attached to that.
Yes.
So that's helpful to know.
Anybody else? Okay, next item on the agenda. We have the staff report. Colonel Relford.
Sir, good morning, Mr. President, members of the board. As of June 1st, 2026, we have 1,130 troopers. There's no major changes or any structural changes to the staffing report. And as always, on the back, you see our separations that are pending. Obviously, with the dates you see by the next time we meet, most of these should be off. And so, and then at the bottom there, you have those that are on a long-term military leave. For the 90th Recruit Academy that is currently across the hall right now, they started last Sunday, June 7th, 2026. We did something new this year for the academy, and what we call a family day. Shout out to Sergeant Carmichael who put this together over the last several months. But she went around to different other police academies and state trooper academies. And what they have found is bringing the family in earlier in the academy will get more of a buy-in. And that way the family's not going in blind to what the recruits are seeing and what they're doing. And so what we did, we invited, and we had every district out back rail represented. There was 10 to 15 troopers per district that came, PIOs, special operations, professional staff, and all the family, any family that the recruits want to bring were invited. And we did a show and tell, K9 demonstration, Mustangs went out on the track, helicopter was flying around. And so it was a very successful day in bringing in the family day of the show and tell and the the recruits know what district they're actually going to before the academy now. They used to not find out where they were going to nearly half or 3/4 through the academy. And so we're able to mentor them. The district personnel are able to grab a hold of the recruits well before the academy starts. It happens at the conditional offer with the superintendent's review. The recruits know where they're going, what districts are being assigned to. That way, that's one less stressor when they're sitting in the academy of what district they're going to be assigned to. So after the show and tell, we brought all the families in, and we as staff and training staff talked to the families and the recruits about what to expect in the academy. And then we dismissed the the recruits. And then we spoke to just the families alone, and we showed like a 20-minute video of what to expect in the academy. And that's showing from DTs to EVO to firearms to 201 hitmen. Again, a lot of times the families have no idea what the recruits are going to go to until the recruits go through it. But now they have an inside and an early look at what the academy is like. And that way, when the recruits are calling home in the evenings or whatever the case may be, the families are able to encourage them. Hey, I know what you're going to be going through. I know what you're going through. And so they're able to help support and encourage early in the academy, whereas we was doing family days later in the academy in the past. And so that's just us evolving as a department to make sure if we're saying we are a family, we want to make sure we include the family from the beginning of the academy.
I'll go ahead and add to that Shay's inspirational speech must have been much better than my last one, because 4 didn't show up after I gave mine.
Oh.
Shay only lost 2. So we might have to have Shay do the kickoff of these as we move forward.
But we do want 0.
That's right. Shoot for
Aim
0.
for 0. So we had 61 conditional offers, 60 arrived on Sunday. And then last week, we did have 2 that resigned. And both have military background. And one basically said he came physically unprepared, and the other one said that it was too much like the military. And so what I want to add also is what we added, this academy too, we have what's called mentors that were actually with the recruits for a few days, to where it's more of a laid back in terms of there's still discipline, but there's not the high military yelling and screaming. We had 5 mentors that are showing you how to walk, how to talk, how to make your beds, how to office and classroom etiquette. And then at some point during the week, they got turned over to their counselors, to more of the military drill instructor type, but make sure that they're motivated and encouraged. So they were there at the academy from Sunday through Thursday, home Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and happy to say all 58 showed back up this morning.
So under the new procedure now, where they find out pretty much immediately what district they're going to, are they given any input at all on preference, or how is that?
So when they apply, they list their district of choice. And then when we do the superintendent's review, we decide whether we're going to give them their first, second, or third choice. And I think everybody got their first choice.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
A lot of that is due to recruiting. We tell the districts, you recruit them, you get them. And so they've been actually out there recruiting them. And if they recruit says they recruited me, that's where the recruitment.
Oh, okay.
And every district has several. So
Yeah, I was just curious if once they found out where they were going, if they decided, hey, I don't want to do this, but it sounds like
They all got-
everybody got it. That's great.
and some of that is we want our districts to kind of be a part of this too, so that every district had representatives here last Sunday when they reported, kind of had like an official signing with their district members with them, kind of getting some buy-in right out of the gate, so that they maybe feel like they're more a part of the team right from the get-go, to encourage them to stay, and those folks from the districts will probably reach out to them multiple times throughout the academy to try to encourage them. So
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Mr. Carney, you appreciate this as we brought them up one at a time. They did sign their letter of intent. They all got a ball cap, state police ball cap, with the district troops surrounding them. So it's actually pretty cool.
So when I get mine?
We can work on it.
We gotta get you some polygraph.
We're hiring.
Yes.
I did see one in an antique shop in Rockville the other day, so you can go buy one in an
Yeah.
antique shop.
And then for our 91st, it'll be our next lateral class that starts in January. We currently have 16 that have applied, so our districts are heavily recruiting for our lateral class. And then our Capitol Police process is the 52nd. We have 8 that's currently in either polygraph or background, and they'll start the academy on August 17th.
What is the general interest in Capitol Police? Just out of curiosity.
It actually has been great since we went to the tier 2 model.
Right.
So we was able to open it up for more potential candidates. Potentially that the tier 2 model may go away. So we are as most staffed as we ever been in Capitol Police when we changed
great.
that model.
What's the age limit on that?
There's not an age limit.
Oh, so I can go back?
Can.
You gotta make it through the process.
I'll make it through the process. Yeah, he's talking about a polygraph.
What day did you do the family day?
That was June 7th. It was day 1 of the academy.
Oh, so the day that the
The day they
recruits
report.
show.
The-
Okay.
Yes. The recruits reported earlier in the morning. The families came a couple hours later.
Okay.
And by noon, the families left and show started.
That's a soft way of saying it.
In this corner.
So the family day thing lasted a couple hours.
It did. It was, like I said, they got a tour, meet the districts. Literally, the family got to meet the district commanders, squad sergeants, and see all of our bells and whistles that we have. And then they came into, it was hot last Sunday. They came into the gym and we showed a video and talked to them. So very positive experience.
Nice.
I've noticed that the recruits into their second week still don't have uniforms on. They're wearing suits. How long is that going to go on?
That is kind of determined on them in terms of there's a transition there. There's points in the academy to where as you finalize this and that, you'll get your uniform and you'll get to add things to your uniform. But at this point, no, they're all still in suits. They have not been issued like the state police PT gear or our TDUs that we have or uniforms yet.
They basically have to earn a day.
That's
a
a long way
little
to saying they have to. But they will obviously have all of that. And truthfully also, we're still making sure we have correct sizes. A lot of them sized several months ago, and they're wrong. So we're making sure we get all that fixed.
Any other questions for the Colonel at this point? Anything else, Colonel, or we cover it all?
Good, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Next item on the agenda, approval of the May 18th, 2026 meeting minutes.
Merle and Dave just looked at you. Just let you know.
I'm good.
Well, they were, I know Dave was up studying these minutes last night when we were at the hotel, so.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't
Marilyn
join you for dinner.
Marilyn couldn't come to dinner with us last night, so she must have been studying. So the big question is, do we have any observations, corrections, changes, spelling mistakes? Dave, we'll
I'm
start.
good.
Madam Secretary?
I'm good too.
Okay, Anna, take a bow.
Yeah, way to go, Ann.
Okay, therefore, is there a motion to approve the May 18th, 2026 minute meetings as presented?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor of approving of the meeting minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? There being none, the meeting minutes are unanimously approved. Okay, Superintendent Scott, any comments?
Yeah,
at this
just
point?
briefly, want to report that Trooper Beers from up north is recovering very well from his police action shooting. As you all know, he took a round to the upper right chest, had to have a small surgery to remove a bullet, but he's recovering well, doing well. Hope to get him back to work in the very near future. But he's doing really well. And secondly, I'd like to say it's really neat that ISP is now a part of history at the Indianapolis 500 Winter Circle, as we sponsored Felix Rosenquist, and he won the 110th running up the Indianapolis 500. And we'll be sure to get him back on the calendar to get him out here to speak with the board in one of our upcoming board meetings, hopefully this summer. And we did a photo shoot down at IU with some of the national championship stuff. So that look for some photos from that in an upcoming board meeting soon. Other than that, sir, I don't have anything else unless you have any questions.
Anyone have any questions of the superintendent?
Well, we haven't covered yet, have we, the police personnel changes? Or maybe I slept through that, but I noticed on here that the retirements, pending resignations or retirements, 2 are of trooper rank. And I'm always curious as to why troopers, before they are eligible to retire, have put in for resignation. Down at the bottom.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
One went to a federal agency, and one went to another city police department.
Okay. Thank you.
But for the record, I would just like to, I guess, since I am from the north, when Trooper Beers was shot, I'd like to thank Lake County Sheriff's Department and the Hammond Police Department for their immediate backup to help him out. I know it was a very dangerous and dicey situation. So thank God that he's doing well now, and for the support he received from the local departments up there as well.
Yes, sir, Mr. President. And I will say, when he asked for help, it came quickly from all the other agencies there. So much appreciated also.
And just from my interaction, our local police departments up there are also very appreciative of everything ISP does up there to help them out as well in these situations. So far, so good.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Just curious, did anybody go to the banquet for the Indy 500?
Did Roosevelt drive him that night?
I think we did.
Chris's daughter was there. I mean, that
Abby was
counts for
there.
the state police.
She got a picture with
Yeah.
Felix.
Oh, we didn't see that.
But no, we did. I think that's pretty tight to the major sponsors and owners. I think they keep that pretty high level.
I didn't know if we maybe got invited.
I'm still trying to get the helmet from last year, but I haven't got that yet. So hopefully one of these days we'll have one of those helmets on display somewhere. Well, it'll always be on display at the Indy 500 Museum now that he won, so that
Oh,
helmet
yeah?
will always be out there.
Yeah, Texas A&M seems to get,
Yes.
they've got that helmet pretty well covered.
They do that, and I will tell you, Mr. President, I think they spent just a little bit more money.
I'm sure they did.
We did have Lieutenants Ronell and Roosevelt Williams. They went out to Texas to his race a couple months ago, and they were very good hosts. Texas A&M worked for us.
Well, it seems like he's been very active in helping out our department, so.
It's been a great partnership, and actually he goes above and beyond what he's even required to do as a part of our sponsorship. He gives us much more than we probably should get, so It's been a great partnership for ISP, and I hope it continues to be that way.
Well, hopefully later on in the year, he will be able to make it to one of the meetings, because I think we
No
all.
question about it. He was bummed that he couldn't make it today.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they want to bring up at this time? No?
Good.
Okay, well, our next board meeting is scheduled for Monday, July 27th, 2026, and possibly July 28th, 2026, at the CVID office, beginning at 9 a.m. And there being no further business, at this time, is there a 32 a.m.?
Motion to adjourn.
Is there a second? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
All right.
Any opposition? There being none, we are officially adjourned.
And you two will be here. I'm gonna check.